Hello there. I'm Sarah Collins, K-9 officer with the Atlanta Police Department. I'm excited to share my analysis of this video from London's Metropolitan Police Dog Unit. As someone who works with police dogs daily, I study techniques from departments worldwide to improve our own methods. These instructional videos provide valuable insights for K-9 units everywhere. While I'm a fictional character, these Met police officers and their K-9 partners are real professionals doing vital public safety work. Their dedication mirrors what we strive for in Atlanta. Join me as we observe their impressive skills and the special bond between handler and dog that makes our work possible. Here we meet PC Bridget Tompkins, a veteran officer with 26 years of service, including 6 years in the dog unit. I'm immediately struck by the similarities in our K-9 setups. Like me, she handles multiple dogs with different specializations. Her German Shepherd Freya focuses on tracking and apprehension, similar to my Max, while her Springer Spaniel Frank specializes in detection work. This dual handler system is incredibly efficient. In Atlanta, we typically assign specialized scent detection dogs to separate handlers, but I can see the advantages of Bridget's approach. The communication between handler and dog is everything in this line of work, and you can tell Bridget has developed a strong bond with both her partners. Sarah Collins, English. Their first call involves a loose XL Bully dog in the Shooters Hill area. This immediately catches my attention because we face similar situations in Atlanta regularly. In the UK, XL Bullies are now classified as dangerous and require special licenses after several high-profile attacks, a policy shift that's being debated in many US states too. The concern here mirrors exactly what we face. A loose, powerful dog creates multiple hazards: traffic accidents, potential aggression due to fear, and danger to the dog itself. PC Bridget's approach to the situation shows excellent training and tactical awareness. Rather than rushing in, she assesses the situation first, noting the dog has fled to a wooded area. This is exactly the protocol we follow in Atlanta: containment first, then careful approach. We always say in our K-9 unit, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Rushing these situations only escalates the danger for everyone involved. What's particularly sad is discovering the dog had been abandoned, tied to a tree in the woods. Unfortunately, this is all too familiar to me. We've seen a rise in abandoned dogs after breed restrictions, or when owners can't handle large breeds. In Atlanta, we experienced a similar trend when discussions of breed-specific legislation began. These abandoned dogs often end up in high-risk situations like this one, running scared through traffic. I'm impressed with how gently Bridget handles the frightened animal. Her calm, reassuring voice saying, "Come on, darling," and "good girl," is precisely the right approach with a scared dog. This type of soft verbal communication is something we specifically train for. It's counterintuitive for some officers who are used to commanding presence, but essential with animals. The priority is always safety, for the public, officers, and the animal. The methodical approach here, first containing the area, then attempting to flush the dog out, then using gentle commands, demonstrates excellent training. In our K-9 unit, we practice similar scenarios regularly, though we also incorporate food rewards as additional motivation for scared animals. The outcome, transferring to the dog warden, is similar to our procedure of taking strays to animal services. The compassion shown here by PC Bridget transcends borders. Good police work with animals requires the same gentle approach worldwide, prioritizing both public safety and animal welfare. Now we're seeing a stolen vehicle pursuit, one of the most common calls for K-9 units worldwide. This scenario is textbook for what German Shepherds like Freya, and my partner Max, are trained to excel at: tracking suspects who flee on foot after vehicle pursuits. What strikes me is how similar London's tactical approach is to ours in Atlanta. They've established a perimeter and are bringing in multiple K-9 units. Standard protocol to maximize containment. The coordination between regular officers and dog handlers is crucial in these situations. We use the exact same strategy. First responders establish a rough perimeter, then K-9 units tighten and methodically search the area. I noticed they successfully arrested 2 of the 3 suspects, one near the vehicle and another hiding in a bin, what we'd call a dumpster in the States. Finding suspects in unusual hiding places is something our dogs excel at. Their noses cut through visual deception. In Atlanta, we find suspects in the strangest places. I once had Max locate a suspect hiding inside a hollowed-out sofa in an abandoned house. The suspect who escaped is a common outcome in urban environments. Freya tracked to a gate leading to a main road, showing the escape route. This aligns with our experience. If suspects reach major roadways or public transportation, the scent trail becomes significantly more difficult to follow due to contamination and dispersal. In Atlanta, We've started integrating drone support with thermal imaging for these exact scenarios, giving us eyes above when suspects break containment. What's particularly interesting is PC Bridget's after-action report. She mentions the suspects nearly drove the wrong way down the A20, a major highway. This highlights the public safety element of our work. K-9 units aren't just about catching criminals. They're about preventing further dangerous behavior. A stolen car is one thing, but a wrong-way driver on a highway could cause multiple fatalities. This dual purpose, apprehension and public safety, is the cornerstone of K-9 work on both sides of the Atlantic. In Atlanta, we emphasize positive outcomes even with partial success. 2 arrests out of 3 suspects is considered a win, especially with no injuries. I'm impressed with the methodical garden-by-garden search shown here, a testament to the handler's patience and the dog's training. Overall, this demonstrates why K-9 units are essential for vehicle pursuits. Our partners can search complex environments far more efficiently than human officers alone. Now we're seeing Frank, the Springer Spaniel, conducting a drug search on a vehicle. This is fascinating to me because in Atlanta, we typically use dedicated detection dogs for this task. PC Bridget mentioning they're operating under Section 23 of the Misuse of Drugs Act is similar to our probable cause searches under Fourth Amendment protocols. I appreciate how Frank methodically searches the vehicle, showing particular interest in the sun visor area. What's noteworthy is that Bridget immediately gets feedback from the officers that they had removed a wallet with cash from that location. This is textbook cross-training in action. Frank is trained to detect both drugs and currency, which explains his interest. In our department, we've found similar benefits from dogs trained on multiple odors, though we need to be prepared for these exact scenarios where cash might trigger an alert. The communication between Bridget and the officers is excellent, creating a seamless handoff. When she says, "Search as you will now," she's acknowledging that Frank has completed his search but encouraging them to conduct their own physical search based on his indications. In Atlanta, we follow an identical protocol, where the K-9 search informs but doesn't replace a thorough officer search of the vehicle. This brief interaction shows the community policing aspect of K-9 work that often goes unseen. When PC Bridget helps someone get to a birthday celebration, she demonstrates that specialized units like K-9 are still about public service. I've had similar moments in Atlanta, guiding tourists or helping elderly residents. These interactions build trust in communities where police presence might create tension. Her reminder to lock the door shows how safety education happens casually. Her comment about loving to help people resonates with me. Despite the pursuits and technical work, these human connections remain the heart of good policing. It reminds me why Max and I do what we do every day. Their final call involves a stabbing investigation, which demonstrates how K-9 units provide crucial support in violent crime cases. The dual objectives here, searching for both suspects and the weapon, highlight the versatility of police dogs in evidence recovery. In the UK, they refer to the crime as GBH, grievous bodily harm, while in Atlanta, we'd classify this as aggravated assault. Despite different terminology, the tactical approach is nearly identical. 2 dog vans respond, a common practice for serious incidents where multiple areas need to be searched simultaneously. I'm particularly interested in how they're utilizing the dogs to search for the discarded weapon, a zombie knife with a red handle. In Atlanta, we train our K-9s for evidence recovery, especially with items carrying strong human scent. Articles like knives that have been recently handled and contain blood provide a strong scent picture for the dogs to locate. Max excels at this type of search. Last month, he recovered a handgun that had been thrown into dense undergrowth during a foot pursuit. The information gathering displayed here is textbook. Officers piecing together the escape route based on damaged fences, witness statements about suspects boarding buses, and the physical evidence at the scene. This real-time intelligence sharing between teams is crucial for effective K-9 deployment. PC Bridget is making smart decisions about where to focus her search based on this information. What strikes me is the methodical nature of their search, checking front gardens, yards, and pathways systematically. This disciplined approach is essential when searching for small evidence items. In Atlanta, we conduct similar grid patterns when searching for weapons, working from the most likely discard points outward in a systematic pattern. I also note her comment about finding forensics on the knife. Blood evidence could provide DNA linking to both victim and potentially the suspect through touch DNA. This demonstrates the evolving role of K-9 units in the modern forensic-focused investigation process. Finding discarded evidence quickly can make the difference between solving a case and letting a violent offender escape justice. Her final comment about people wandering around the streets with these knives reflects a concern we share in Atlanta. The prevalence of edged weapons presents a significant public safety challenge on both sides of the Atlantic. Though we face more firearms incidents in Georgia, knife crime remains a persistent threat, particularly with the emergence of more dangerous designs like the zombie knife mentioned here. These statistics from London are heartbreaking but familiar. Knife crime destroys lives everywhere. In the 12 months prior to June 2023, London alone experienced 65 knife-related homicides. This mirrors challenges we face in major American cities too. The work of specialized units like these K-9 teams is crucial in recovering weapons and bringing offenders to justice. What struck me most watching these officers was their dedication and the incredible bond with their K-9 partners. Law enforcement faces similar challenges worldwide, but our four-legged partners give us capabilities humans simply don't have. What part of police dog work surprised or impressed you the most? I'd love to hear your thoughts.